Alright, welcome back. So last video, I built the first version of my expense tracker in C#. Basically a simple console app where you could add expenses, view them, and get a total. We went through the menu loop, parsing user input, decimal for handling money properly, and I even used LINQ sum function to add everything up in one line. It worked, but it had some real problems. My list was just holding plain numbers, so I had no idea what any of them were actually for, and if you typed a letter instead of a number, the whole thing would just crash. So in this video, I'm fixing both of those. First, I'm introducing OOP, Object-Oriented Programming, and second, I'm switching from Parse to TryParse, so bad input doesn't crash the program anymore, it just asks you to try again. This is the same project as last time, just leveled up. Let's get into the code. Okay, first thing I'm adding, a whole new block above my program class called expense. Class expense, curly bracket. This creates a brand new type, kind of like a blueprint for what an expense actually is. Inside it, I've got public string description, get, set, and public decimal amount, get, set. These are called properties, and they're basically the two pieces of info every expense needs to have. A description, like lunch or gas, and an amount, like the actual dollar value. Now, remember last video, my list was just holding plain decimal numbers? So if I saw 12.50 in my list, I had no idea what that was actually for. This expense class fixes that. Now every entry bundles both pieces of info together, so they can never get separated or mixed up. Get and set here are what actually let me read and write those values. Get lets me read the value back out. Set lets me assign a new value to it. I won't go too deep into that again, since we covered it before, but that's the short version. Last part of this block, public expense, open brackets, string description, comma, decimal amount, close brackets, curly bracket. This is the constructor. It runs automatically whenever I create a new expense, and inside it, I'm just taking the description and amount that get passed in, and saving them onto the actual object. Description equals description, amount equals amount. So instead of manually setting description and amount separately every single time, I can just do it all in one line. Let's move on to the next part. For this part, I'm just gonna explain the list itself, since I already went over everything else about it in the last video. So if you haven't watched that one yet, go check it out first to get a better understanding of what's going on here. So last video, this list was holding plain decimal numbers. Now, since I just built that expense class, I'm telling C#, hey, this list isn't gonna hold numbers anymore. It's gonna hold actual expense objects. That's really it for this one. Everything else about how a list works is the same as last time. I'm just changing what kind of thing it's storing. Okay, this next part is new. Instead of int.parse like last time, I'm using int.TryParse. Bool valid menu equals int.TryParse, open brackets, console.readline, open brackets, close brackets, comma, out menu, close brackets. So last video, if you typed a letter instead of a number, the whole program would just crash. TryParse fixes that. Instead of crashing, it just returns true or false, depending on whether the conversion actually worked. That true or false gets saved into valid menu. The out menu part is still doing the same job I explained before. If the parse works, it drops the actual number straight into my menu variable. Then right after, if, open brackets, not valid menu, close brackets, curly bracket, if the parse failed, I print a message asking them to enter a valid number, and then continue. Continue is new too. It just skips everything else in the loop for this round and jumps straight back to the top of the while loop, so it goes right back to showing the menu again instead of crashing or doing something wrong. This next part's the add expense option, and there's really just two new things here. First, string description equals console.readline, open brackets, close brackets. I'm now asking for a description first, separately from the amount. Nothing too new syntax-wise, just new that I'm capturing two pieces of input now instead of one. Second, this is the same TryParse pattern we used to validate our menu. I just applied it to the amount this time, so if someone types letters instead of a number here, it won't crash either. It is also the same if not valid amount. Continue setup as before. And then the actual new part. This is that constructor from the beginning of this video actually being used now. Instead of adding a plain number to the list like last video, I'm creating a brand new expense object right here, with both the description and amount packed in together, and adding that whole object into the list. expenses. Two new things here. First, before I even try to list anything out, I'm checking if the list is actually empty first. Expenses.count just gives me how many items are in the list. If it's 0, I just print a message saying no expenses added yet, instead of showing a blank list, which would have looked broken. Second thing, inside the for each loop, instead of just printing I directly like last video, I'm now doing console.writeLine, $quote, e.description, curly bracket, dash, e.amount, curly bracket, quote. Since e is now a full expense object instead of a plain number, I use dot to grab the specific pieces I want off of it. E.description gets the description, e.amount gets the amount. That's the only real difference here. Everything else about the for each loop is the same as before. And here's the one I've been excited to explain. Decimal total equals expenses.sum, open brackets, e goes to e.amount, close brackets. So sum itself isn't new. I used that last video too. What's new is this part here, e goes to e.amount. That little arrow is called a lambda, and basically, since my list is now full of expense objects instead of plain numbers, sum needs to know exactly which number to actually add up for each one. So this is basically saying, for every expense in my list, call it e, and add up its amount specifically. And that's it. Same one-line total as before, just now it knows exactly which property to add up. So as you can see, the code's running perfectly fine. Expenses now come with actual descriptions attached. Bad input doesn't crash the program anymore. And everything else we talked about in this video is working exactly like it should. This project's slowly starting to feel like real software instead of just a script, and that's honestly the whole point of documenting this journey, showing the actual progress, not just a finished thing. If you're learning C# too or coming from Python like me, let me know in the comments what you're building or where you're stuck. I read all of them. If this helped, drop a like and subscribe if you want to follow along, because I'm planning to keep leveling this project up. Alright, that's it for this one. See you in the next video.